Hello, internet people. I'm in a weird mood. I'm gonna talk about a game that had a ton of potential that I really like and kind of adore. Dude, I I have I a lot of my playtime in Yakuza 7 has been booting it up and going to the arcade to play Virtua Fighter 5 because it's not available on the PC. For some reason, this genuinely really good fighting game was not available on the on computer systems, and that's really sad. Given that they in 2021 made a remake called Ultimate Showdown, and actually for the first month it was free if you had like the PlayStation subscription, which was like really cool. I do think there's an issue in that Ultimate Showdown was entirely in arcades and exclusive to the PlayStation 4. Wait, no, it's PS4 exclusive. Wait. No, wait, what? Yeah, because the PlayStation 5 also came out in 2021 yet. You can play PS4 games in PS5, but it's. Man, Sega. That's the kind of thing this game has so much about it, because it's really cool. So let's have a look at this. Okay, there's a bit of input lag. That's fine. I've got to be turning here so I can look. This game is rad. Let's have just a look at the character selection. Because this is some of my favorite things. So, an issue I have personally with Tekken. I think Tekken is an incredible game. But, y'all, we have Akuma. We have bears. I accidentally selected a character. Whoops. Like, we have stuff like Akuma, bears, a fucking vampire, shit like that. Where here I'm showing you it says the martial art in Seiken. I think that is like one of the animal styles. Koenken I think is honestly translated to Tashikwan. Hagyokuken is Bashikwan. We have a pro wrestler and a lucha libre character, pancration character, ninjutsu dude. Sarah Bryant is complicated because it's very taekwondo MMA-ish, but Jack Bryant, Jeet Kune Do, sumo, karate, Koken, I think that's like monkey style kung fu, judo, kickboxing, valetudo, like Shaolin kung fu, Aikido jujutsu, which is very aikido leaning side of jujutsu. Aikido's a spin-off of that. Toroken, I think that's the snake fist. Drunken, like, it is. This game is very much about the fantasy of embodying a martial art, which Tekken has some characters like Lydia, Leroy, Steve, Hwarang, like that are really in that. But at the same time, Tekken has also gone off and gotten more silly, and that's cool. It is cool that Tekken does that. But sometimes that's not what you want, right? A lot of people are complaining like about Victor in Tekken 8 that he's kind of going away from the spirit of it. And Virtua Fighter is a great alternative, like for like very, very grounded martial arts fighting. Like there's still juggle combos and stuff, but it is a lot more grounded and it's still movement focused. There's no Korean backdash, but like moving is still very important, very crucial. And with movement, Virtua Fighter included sidesteps before Tekken. Tekken stole, well, the idea of a 3D fighter, but that's innovation. But like sidesteps came in, walls, they all used to be like just infinite stages, but then we evolved, and a lot of that came from Virtua Fighter. Tracking and homing moves are very different in Virtua Fighter. I'm gonna jump in training mode, and I just let's have a look at our selection of stages to begin with. I have been playing a lot with Aoi. Let's just bring Akira, who is the serious pro tag. Let's have a look at stages. So the way it's split up is that there are different categories, and then there's 2 options for that side of stage. So let's start here from the left. We have an octagon, 10 by 10, which is just an octagon with full walls. Then there's full fence, which is square. Breakable full fence, which is a square arena, slightly larger, but you can break the walls and start ring outing people. Now, ring outs, kind of controversial, might not be entirely your thing, but I think it's cool, and I think it emphasizes movement a lot more. Someone can be absolutely bongers on combos, but if they don't think about the stage, then that doesn't really matter. And as well, you can counterpick stages more interestingly. We have half fences where you don't just shove them off, you have to actually get a launch and push them over. Breakable half fence, you can break that. Then we have these stages, which are full and open 16 by 16, which are kind of like the full fence, except on rounds it just switches. So there's this animation between rounds where the walls just go up, and I think that's really rad. We have rectangle 6 by 16. I think this is my favorite map type, and I'll give you a look at that. Low fence is like half fence, but it's a lot easier to get people over. Single wall is like that fucking arena in Dragon Ball, where there's a big wall and then there's places you can get ringed out. This feels like an arena to me. I accidentally went in, but I'll just show, because I think it's really cool. And it changes how you act defending, because if I'm over here, I can freely backdash, right? But here, if I'm backdashing, guarding, I'm getting pressured, boop. Whoops! And I lose. Which can feel bad. But I think it's awesome that there is a distinction. And that distinction is really precious to me, because it adds more thought. And then we have this is my favorite fighting game stage of all time, I think. Iconically, this is the greatest fighting game stage. So I'm turning down, so I'm looking at my TV, so I have less input lag, due to my capture card not being entirely optimal with that. But it's just this beautiful river. God, my combo. No! We don't care. That right there is the greatest feeling in any fighting game ever. I do not care who you are. I love the fucking... Just... Get off. I'm coming with you. It's so satisfying. A lot of characters also have ground throws, which I think is really satisfying and I quite enjoy. But let's go back to stage select, and I'll show you that rectangle 6 by 16 map, which I really love. I wish Tekken had maps like this, man. This is really cool, and I love to see what they do with another Virtua Fighter game. So we have this very short area here, right, where we can immediately get wall splats. But if we get on the angle, we start getting, we start getting ring outs. It's so sick. My combo game sucks, yes. My combo game is absolutely shit in Virtua Fighter. Because this game is deeply complicated. So one of the things that I want to talk about with Virtua Fighter, if I kick, do you know how stance changes? Have a look at these arrows that happen. If we just remove my camera, there's this thing that says circular attack, evade back, circular attack, evade front. And circular attack, can't evade. This is tracking moves, but depending on the stance, it switches. I'm not sure it's a great thing, but I really love it. And then we have like this, which is just, you can track it, but block low, right? Also, this character has reversals, which high reversal, mid reversal, low reversal, and it's so satisfying. I really adore it, and again, the phasing system is such a like unnecessarily complexity, but they are like really leaning into realism, and I adore that. A lot of her throws are just really excellent, like jujitsu throws. Well, specifically Aikido, due to that being her style. But like this, getting in, getting a balance break, pushing, it is so jujitsu to me, and it makes me so happy to see. Especially with characters like Wolf Hawkfield, I think, is straight up the greatest wrestling character. Let's go to oh, I love the stage too. Like, he is the greatest wrestling character in a fighting game, to me at least, because he has fucking everything. Like Akeo, bam. He's so fucking sick. Okay, so 360 attacks require a full 360. Which, I'm gonna be honest, not my biggest strength. Okay, let's just hit the command list. Oh yeah, this is... his, like, approach running stance. Jumping attacks, back attacks. No. Let's just spine buster. Let's just have a look at some of these. Is that not the... oh, I can't get love it. Like, he is the perfect wrestling character in a fighting game for me. He got the fucking giant swing, which which has a great purpose in this game of rigging people out. Like, how fucking sick is that? Why does he get to do that? He has a burning hammer. Oh, I can't. God, why can I not? I don't know how I did a Shining Wizard. Point being, he is such a sick wrestling character. Now, I really like this game. I think it's really cool. I've like played a bunch of arcade mode and just had fun with it. I'm probably gonna play it with my partner and just have fun. So why did it fail? Because this is a remake of Virtua Fighter 5. Which I actually don't know when the original Virtua Fighter 5 came out. Because when did it come out? Xbox 360. yeah, 2006 in arcades. So this is an old game, and they did a re-release in 2021. And fuck, it's so good, and it's really interesting, and it adds a lot of different things and has a different balance than other fighting games. And I think that's cool. It's another 3D fighter. Like right now, we only have Tekken. We deserve more 3D fighters because they are really cool. But it has some issues. I'll try to show a couple of them to you. One of them is if we go into, let's just do free training again, and let's do Akira Yuki, who's the like main guy. This is a 3-button game. And one of the things is it's not hold back to block. You have a guard button. Let's just like see my control settings. Like you have kick, punch, guard, and I have some macros hidden in. So the command list is a lot of strings. And a lot of different moves. So forward punch, back, and then back in, and then okay, so forward punch, back punch, punch, forward punch, back kick. Right, like there a lot of strings happen. There's a lot of like these just framed throws that Tekken has, but very rarely where so forward punch, back kick, and then you can press if you press grab at the same time, you get a head throw. But a lot of it also comes in that so there's back punch, punch, and then back punch, punch plus kick. So there's a lot of punch plus kick, kick plus guard. Punch plus guard is grab in general. Kick plus guard is like usually powerful kick moves. Punch plus kick is usually unique moves. And then there's stuff from like pressing punch, kick, guard as well. Like this, if you're doing side steps, you can press punch, kick, guard to do this like quick dash in. I call it an offensive move. And then there's stuff like back down forward punch. Which like, okay, that's fine, but it becomes very esoteric to me quickly. It's again back down forward punch, sidestep, and then there's follow-ups, which again some Tekken characters also have, but the follow-ups are like punch plus kick. This is a very different game to get used to with the movement. There's some motion inputs. You can forward dash, you can back dash. Down forward, let you crouch dash. So it's a very different game. If you played Tekken, it's very different to get into. I think Tekken is the closest analog, but even then, it's really hard to get into this. And then there's of course the guard button. And also like you can cancel moves with the guard button, which is really cool. Like to bait things, like if they're ready for whiff punish, you can. It is incredibly deep, but the resources are like locked behind ways, and then yeah, there's the punch plus kick starters. This game is incredibly deep, but then there's like okay, forward, punch plus kick, then you press kick plus guard, and then all three. So what is... Yeah, punch plus kick. And like, I can't see demonstrations right now. Apparently, what I'm learning is that in order to see demonstrations, we have to go back to the main menu. Select training. Select command training. So if we want to see those cool wolf throws, we have to go in here. That also... It's so frustrating because there's so many good things and there's so many small little chip things, like this special like thing to just go through all your moves. Bam. But if we like... Yeah, it's only some moves where you can see a demonstration. Because here, you get more reward if you do the fastest input. So it shows you the inputs of how you do it. Which is like really cool. But like stuff like this we can't see. Like, why? Oh, fuck, man. These moves are so sick. Like, this really is the, like, Japanese pro wrestling fucking dream. Oh, it's so sick, man. This game is really sick. And there's like this mode, not perfect. I really like the in general tutorial actually, which has there's some stuff. But there's like stuff like the sidestepping tutorial. Let's just Akira. Like it actually. So yeah. Okay. We do sidesteps next. If you time with your opponent's attack. So, if we hit. Right, like, it actually shows you this, and then there's the tracking system. Yeah, and then because of the stance, you have to alternate the way, because the opponent's character changes the stance. And I think that shit's really cool. This really is the most grounded fighting game, and I adore it for that. It's so... It's really dedicated to showing real martial arts and letting you live the fantasy of a real martial art. And that makes me so happy, because I'm a martial artist. I have done jujutsu all my life. It makes me so happy to see. And then, well, the game comes out. There's this large Virtua Fighter X esports trailer, you know. And then it's only out on PlayStation 4, but that's fine. PlayStation 4 is the tournament standard. That's okay. That's okay. There's not a lot of single player content, but that's okay. This is a competitors like edition. That's fine. There's like online tournaments. There's like online lobbies and stuff. And it's designed to like you play online a lot and you grapple a lot. And then if you've known about Virtua Fighter Ultimate Showdown, you probably saw this coming. Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown is probably the worst online plane I've ever touched in a fighting game. Now, they didn't want to go with rollback. They didn't even want to go with delay-based. If it had been delay-based netcode, it would have been better. Let me say that again. If it had been the default shitty delay-based netcode, it would have been better. But they went with something that they invented called absorb-based netcode, where instead of player connects to player, and there's a connection, it's player connects to server, connects to player. So that, like, there's actually some benefits. So, like, if someone rage quits, the server can say, oh, player 1 fucked off. That's a win to player 2. But also, like, if someone's lagging, it can, like, do that. Now, the issue is, where are those servers? And there's this map. It's not perfect. It's a bit better looking on the stream, but you see, like, South America, Africa, Europe, Russia, China. So Australia has 2 towers. And the issue is, if you're, like, Central Australia, or if you're in Egypt, you and your mate are, like, 2 kilometers from each other. It has to connect all the way down here, all the way up here, and then back, adding in a lot of lag. But it's, like, fine if you're in, like, East Coast America, West Coast, Central America, that's probably fine. But South America? Dude, Norway might actually be screwed too. Greenland, but, like, large parts of Africa, Asia, India is pretty good covered, Middle East. A lot of the issue was I could be sitting next to my fucking neighbor and we'd have to connect to somewhere far away and then back, adding in a lot of lag. And that's why this got termed racist netcode. Because it works in Europe, it works in Japan, and it works in America. North America specifically. Large, rich, those 2 white countries, right? Like the Western world. But it's so... And even then, rollback would have been better. Delay would have been better. Because, again, you have to connect to a third party. And then, what if Sega stops paying for that? What if whatever? And it just... No one bought it, man. It was free on PlayStation Network for, like, a month, and its release... And, like, I just picked it up for, like, under 10 euros yesterday. When I've wanted to play it, I played it back in 2021 when it came out because it was free. And then I've logged into Yakuza 7. I've on my fucking PC, I've booted up Yakuza 7 to play it in the arcade there. I think it's only Final Showdown that's in there, but, like... What the why is it not on PC, yo? Why is it, like... This could have been really good. And it could have been loved. And... Virtua Fighter 5 online tournament. Still happens. NLBC has some there still. Who's playing in 2023. That's nice. But it's not big, yo. It has the video I found that was top of the Google search has 16 viewers, yo. I'll see if I can find Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown sales. We probably can't really. Huh. Interesting. According to Sega, went better than expected. That makes me happy. That genuinely makes me happy. Because it is a grounded thing. Oh. Okay, good that there's some things. It has some issues. Still not on Steam. 3 years later almost. Yeah, the arcade version is running on a PC. Why can't we have it? Oh. I don't know, man. I hope we get it. The netcode... Dude, this seems like a pretty casual journalist, and even for them the netcode was an issue. This was a fighting game really aimed at you can play it online. And it didn't have netcode, man. Didn't have fucking netcode. And I haven't played a lot, but I really care. Because it's cool. It's sick. It makes me smile. There are really cool, interesting, like, innovations in it that I enjoy and I want to see in more games. But, man, it's... I'm not holding my breath for Virtua Fighter 6, you know? And that makes me sad. I'm really sad that this game like wasn't on PC. Wasn't man, it's if you wanna lab it and play it, I'll try and bring up the PlayStation Store right now to give you the price. But like oh, it's on no, that's Final Showdown. Dude, it showed the Xbox place where you can buy the old Final Showdown one. There's at least a deal right now. It ends the 1st of February for the main game and DLC Yakuza Pass for like under 10 euros. It was very cheap, man. I think the game is really cool. I really do. I wish I could play it online.